great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year. So the main point was that they utilized policy and patience. What's policy? Laws. But they implemented patience with that law.
Exactly.
And what allowed them, what they gave them the leverage to do so? The sword.
Yeah.
Because it was known of their valiant, their acts, and even they mentioned about the war in Spain, how they had gold and silver. So they had the
resources,
the triumvirate of it all.
Yeah.
The violence,
Yeah.
the resource, and the policy to
Yeah.
with the coupled with patience to just have total control.
And
that's what Esau's doing today.
You said
I was going to quickly add to that, man, because the policy comes with that bureaucratic style of doing things, man. Everything takes long. They're always talking, do a lot of talking. You know, all this democracy shit that they
Coronavirus right now.
Yeah, man. You know,
Coronavirus.
I was thinking that.
you know, and so they implement patience, man. Because they can go full head with shit if they wanted to, but they know it's probably not the most expedient course. So they like a serpent.
But doing it this way.
Yeah. So like a serpent, they do it subtly, man, and they take the time over these things.
Yeah.
So make sure that, you know, public opinion and all this kind of shit, you know, the whole system, man. So they can press forward with it.
Yep.
Borough mentioned gradualism. That's part of his system, man. You know, that's how he deals with things.
Yep. Also,
Yeah.
Because in that scripture you read, you used the word amity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's part of the policy, because amity was looked up as friendship. Right, so obviously he's going to say, oh, we could go make deals with these people, make leagues, make everyone feel that we're everyone's all right, we're all good.
Esau tactics, bro.
Yeah.
Man, words in his mouth is smoother than bar.
That's it.
Drawn sword.
That's what people don't. That's why it's so. People don't realize what the devil is. They really think it's just some guy that's gonna outright let you know. The word devil means deceiver. The word Satan means adversary. But most of the time, it tells you Sirach 12 and 10 gives you the whole play. Never trust thine enemy. What's the word adversary mean? Enemy. Never trust him. Because as Iron Russ is told off his wickedness. So that gives you an idea of his character. What the enemy, how Satan behaves. What would, for that to be written, why would he even have the opportunity to become your friend? Do you know what I mean? Like, why would there be an opportunity for you to trust your enemy? Because he'd have to deceive you. You'd have to come and try and, play on your... That's why, people miss that whole play, that Satan's main tool is guile, like deception. He's going to come at you and make you think that, he's more of my friend than this guy I've known my whole life.
Oh, what's that saying?
Keep your enemies closer. What?
No, the one about if you ain't careful, you're going to end up hating the one being oppressed and loving the oppressor of...
Malcolm X or one of them said it. Have you kind of like hating your brother and loving your brother?
Basically, but that's about that deception. But how... Stop,
Well, the same, a gift destroys the heart, man. And Esau has done these things, to deceive you, to put your guard down. But when you think about Cain, like, Satan don't want to be exposed. Cain don't want to be out there, because he say, like, when he got cast away, he said, oh, everyone that find me shall kill me. Like, he don't want to be out in the open like that. He wants to rule, he wants to go under the radar. Okay, so Esau does the same thing. He don't want to come out and just say, yeah, I'm the devil, and my plan is this and that, and you're going to submit. He don't want to do that. He want to do things from low key, under the radar. So he want to come like a thief. But the thief comes to nothing but to rob and to kill. That's how he comes. He don't come straight. He don't come direct. He's a serpent.
It also says, set him not body.
Yeah.
Which with GOCC, is it? That was an example of set him not body. Because, we could come, but the post was saying, now he's all up, they're trying to overtake the GOCC heads and shit. A snake charm, bitten by a serpent.
You get bit.
I'll just bring out a quote you said, is if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Malcolm X said that. And that's really, people don't really fucking realize that Esau's the devil, man. That's his game.
That's his game.
That's all
Just
he
lie
has.
to the people.
Like it's deception, smoke and mirrors,
Ca-
man.
Like the whole every Thursday night in Boros.
Everyone's clapping for NHS. Yeah.
But then what did they pass last Monday, right? New immigrate, or rather the first step, new immigration laws to make it harder for them same people they're clapping for on Thursday to be and stay in this country, but clap for them on Thursday and kick them out on Monday.
Yeah. So it shows. Oh, come on, man. This guy's a devil, man.
Yeah. Oh, Brexit as well.
Yeah.
Because old bro was pointed out. I was like, wait, why are they asking the hard questions now that England's actually left the EU? Like, why weren't they asking these questions like, what does Brexit mean to you? Like, present properly, like, yo, what's the ins and outs? On TV, they weren't asking them questions. They were just like, yeah, Brexit means Brexit, and they would never dig in deeper. Okay, cool, we understand Brexit means Brexit. Thanks for your interview.
Answer the fucking question.
Exactly. But we ain't, and that's the thing. That's why when certain intellectuals, quote unquote, will come up to the camp, they get confounded because they're used to being able to blab and what was that? What? Filibuster. Yeah. Never actually ever answer the question, man.
How is it? Circumlocution?
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. I like that word.
With politicians, that's what they couldn't do. They learned that in their studies, man.
Yeah.
Circumvent
Exactly.
an argument. Like even if it's asking straight question, answer the question.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
Politicians are the best.
That's the real. Those
Yep.
are the real devils, man.
Yeah.
That's why when you, it's really a prized thing to
Yep.
be a straight talker.
Yep.
To actually be able to, discern what's being said to you.
Yep.
Because a lot of the time, man, I'm not gonna lie, this whole corona, the whole COVID-19 thing, when I'm watching it, I'm just looking at them thinking like, people are so fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
You can't see what's going on
Exactly.
before your eyes.
So Fauci in like March, he's doing an interview, right? And then he's being asked, so do people actually need to wear masks? And then Fauci like, well, people, let's be real, they don't really need to wear masks. They don't really protect you. They might stop 1 or 2 droplets. But if you're sick with coronavirus, you'd probably wear a mask. It's like, but you just said.
Double tongue.
But you actually listen. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
And that's how they speak.
Yeah.
Like, people get lost in the deception of they're giving you confusion. Like they're saying, like, okay, I want to give you this, but then take this as well. And it's like, wait, but these are 2 different things. Like, why are you offering both of them at the same time? And that's why now they got a thing where everyone has to wear a mask
Yeah.
on the underground as well. Now that's what they're saying. But it's total confusion. Everything they're doing is just it's really leaving people to ask more questions. And ultimately,
Yeah.
we can see, I believe personally that they're laying the foundation towards where now everyone has to go to them and say, look, we need help. What are we going to do? And then they can come out and outright say, this is the plan.
chipped.
Because, as much as this Brexit thing is happening, they don't want the people to be divided. They want the new world order where all is one.
Yeah.
So this is just to create the chaos that they need for you to submit.
Yeah.
For you to submit that this is all fucked up now. We need to come together to redo anything. So they set this situation to happen, man. But no.
Babylon means confusion. Scriptures say a double-minded man is unstable in all these ways. So if you're giving people multiple pieces of information, they're going to be unstable.
Yeah.
They're not going to know what to do. So when you do land a big chip on them, they're just going to take it because they're sick of the confusion. They want to answer. They want to be able to travel. They don't want to be in quarantine no more. This is going to solve all your problems.
Yep.
So it's got them exactly where
Everyone wants to go travel again, man. And they can't do it right now.
I see everyone on their Instagram uploading when there was
On holiday,
last year. I
Can't wait to go there again.
Yeah, can't wait.
I don't even know where it fucking
Yeah.
is.
But they're all doing that, and it's like, and people, I realize a lot of people can't even entertain themselves.
Yeah.
It was really a holiday away from reality of their life, Now they have to just face who they really are, and it's the most depressing thing ever.
Yeah. I just wanted to quickly get this on what we were just speaking about, right? It's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49, right? It's part of the curses, right? It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Right? So, like I said, it's not because he don't speak English, because that's kind of like his thing. He make everyone speak English, right? Because he don't say what he means. He don't give it to you straight. He has double meanings behind things. Right? He
Exactly.
will straight up lie to you.
Skews the stats, man. Esau loves to skew the stats, mate. When you really look at numbers, it's like, look, Esau say 75% of such and such. Then you actually realize he only asked 4 people. So and it's like, well, that's not a big enough sample size.
People would just be like, oh wow, yeah, that's a lot. But that's a man of wisdom will scrutinize everything that's being said. Yahweh Shai is the fort, that's our mark. That's the level we're to attain. And if you know anything about Yahweh Shai he just sized everything up. He thought outside the box. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's how we're meant to think. We're meant to critique. Like, this man ain't never done nothing good for us. So what? Is this the time we're meant to start listening to him? Get the fuck out of here, man.
I read it
Clap
earlier,
at 8 o'clock on Thursday.
Exactly,
Think I'm clapping. I ain't clapping for no one.
Waste my energy.
Where did that even come from?
Exactly.
Do you know, like, some people don't even sit there and think, what am I, like, why are we clapping at 8 o'clock on Thursday?
Well, what I didn't understand, because I was a bit late to the whole idea of people clapping and shit, man. When I heard the clapping, I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And then I realised that, I thought, oh yeah, I remember hearing about the news on it. So I looked at the window, I'm thinking, oh, there must be ambulances passing by or something. You know, there's no one there.
Exactly.
Bro,
what you
singing opera. They're fucking idiots. I just don't understand what's going on.
Really
self-glorification.
Getting off on that
Yeah.
shit. Somewhere watching it and like
That's self-glorification. Yeah.
and they're watching videos of people like damn they're getting run over, like keeping 2 meters apart. Like I think they're having
bats. Hey, but we are.
But then even you got to think about why they got the rainbow with the whole NHS thing as well. Why? Like, what's the rainbow got to do with the NHS?
Yeah.
How did that? You know, all of these things, people don't question it. They're just like, oh,
They're just consumers.
Yeah.
They consume everything that's given to them, and they don't critique it. They go, for instance, then there's something they always bring up Sweden, right? Well, Sweden didn't lock down, and look how many people died. Okay, but South Korea never locked down. And how many people died there? Not a lot. But they wear masks.
They're gonna find anything to just justify that.
Yeah.
That's why it happened like that.
Exactly. And even on the Sweden case, because they'll be like, oh, they've had more deaths than their neighbors per million, right? When you actually look at it, look, man, 50% of their deaths, they've had, like, from when I looked, was like 3,000 people had died. 50% of them were in care homes. Right, so they didn't look after their old people. Same thing that happened here.
Hospitals as well.
Hospitals. Yeah. Another 25% that died in Sweden were people that were receiving care at home. So 75% of the people that died in Sweden weren't even moving out and about like that. So your argument is false. Once again, on that whole thing about you actually have to verify everything this man's trying to feed you, because it's lies, man. Right? And he hides behind them stats like Jake's 4 times more likely to die from the coronavirus. Fuck out of here, man.
That's it, man.
Precept. This is Job 13 verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value, man. So that's it. Like the elder brothers were talking about, from the womb they just speak out lies, man. They can't help it. That's their nature. Esau, man. Yeah? And it says, ye are all physicians of no value. When you look in the word physicians, it goes back to, rapai, heal or to healing. You know what I'm saying? But they give false information for your healing. Like even, with these prescriptions or medication or drugs, you're getting side effects. Then the ailments comes back again. Now you've got different ailments. It's just no value. There's no complete healing. You know what I'm saying? There's no satisfaction from these devils, man.
And that's the whole thing. The whole thing with this corona, like the go-to thing they would say is your lifestyle is the reason why you have all these ailments. It's so straightforward. It's not that.
You need to boost your
I'm
immune
even
system.
around that now, and I can look at people, and I'm around chemists, so they will look at someone's prescription, and they'll know every ailment they have to say, this, that, that, other. That means that you're depressed, you're fat, depressed, and you got diabetes, basically. So they can just size up what's kind of, when all it is this is what Esau's done. He's made it where the medical field is totally separate from mental clarity and things like it's all one. Health is part of like your mindset.
Exactly.
Your morale,
Everything, man.
the way you're built morally is part of your health structure as well. Because a lot of people, the reason why they're comfort eating is because they made a poor decision at some point, and now they have to comfort eat in order to make themselves feel comfortable with that poor decision.
Well, would you stress?
Anxiety,
Depression.
Yeah.
they all come out of a bad form of lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that would be the go-to thing you tell the people first. Look, you have an unhealthy form of lifestyle.
Exactly.
That's gonna impede on your health.
Exactly.
And that's gonna bring about a lack of stability in your immune system.
Exactly.
It's easy, man.
Basics.
That's why the Lord gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. The golden rule. The first thing is what? Love the Most High with all thy heart, and love thy brother as thy, love thy neighbor as thyself. Upon those two laws is the foundation of everything.
That's it.
So that tells you that you could not eat crab, but you could not love your brother, and that's gonna fuck up the whole thing, like everything.
Exactly. Hey, because like they say, oh, we need to find out why these BAMEs, the black in Asia and man, you know, why they're dying more, right? They're 4 times more likely to die. But people who die from COVID, 98% or more of them, or something like that, over 90% of them have what they call comorbidities. So another reason why they died: heart failure, heart disease, this, that, or the other. So it's like, yo, y'all are unhealthy anyway. So instead of telling people, okay, cool, we found out if you're unhealthy, you're more likely to die from COVID, right? So it's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make sure everyone's healthy now, right? Instead of pushing that, they said, cool, McDonald's is gonna have a drive-through. Everyone can go McDonald's now. Everyone can now go McDonald's again. Wait.
Get their sugar rush, like from the buns and the endorphin release from eating all that comfort food. I got a quick preset. Yeah.
It's like that. What was it? Austin Powers. You know that fat bastard.
Yeah.
He's like, I eat because I'm unhappy. And I'm unhappy because I eat. It's true.
It's true.
But your lifestyle is messed up.
Yeah, you're like, and that's
Mental,
yeah.
Mental
And it's because the Most High ain't ruling over the earth. That's why we're really here. We're really here to learn wickedness in its fullness. This is Isaiah 10:1-2. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment and turn away the right from the poor of my people, that the widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. So this whole system basically set up to basically break up basically the unity we would have had as a nation, the nation of Israel, through these laws being established through Esau, has broken it all up so he can pick us off one by one.
Yeah,
And that's what he's doing. That's why it says turn aside the needy from judgment. Because one of the main things is a man, you need your, as it's written aforetime,
Read four times.
Yeah. And it says, ask the fathers and they shall
require the former age.
Yeah, inquire of the former age. So there's a lineage of knowledge. Right, and we need that from the fathers of the nation, basically. That wisdom was taken away from us, so now we're needy of that. And guess what? Now Esau can come in and separate us and delve. That's why black culture is such a big thing with the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because it separates them and makes them. A lot of niggas will be doing crime because, as far as they know, that guy that's driving a BMW, he's got £1 million sitting in his house or something, and really he's in his mum's house. He just done a robbery the other week of a box from a security van, and he got like 20,000, spent the money in a used car salesman, bought that car, and now driving around, still lives in his mum's house.
Plates on it, make it look good.
Yeah, make it look, everything look good, but it's like when you really get to the core of it, you will have another a generation of men that will do the same thing and not realize that if they would have lived 10 years, like if they just would have got a normal job, they would have had all of that and better. Not meaning that they'll be righteous or anything like that, but
Basically.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to run their
culture
whole
just
life.
to take away us from the true form of understanding,
Well,
basically.
you got 50 Cent, man, with the Irish. Oh no, get rich
rich
or die
or
trying.
trying.
Niggas ain't got no fucking scruples, man. Because they think that means that whatever cost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever it takes, I'm gonna do that. But that's what brings our people down.
Oh,
You know,
but
we're
I
growing
must
spiritually,
needs.
man.
I must needs on that, Baba Kasha.
And even what you mentioned as well, because like the so-called culture has gone worse. Because even back then, you should talk about selling, the drugs and that. But now the new generations talk about taking the drugs. You know what I'm saying? They're all messed up now. You see them with colourful dreadlocks, all that shit.
Yeah.
They're finished, man.
6ix9ine. Oh, and the 6ix9ine thing.
Yeah.
Hey, it goes both ways, man. Them niggas were dumb enough to let him do all that shit and co-sign it, man. They deserve what they got. They should. There's no way you let someone like that even
Not even from that world.
not even from that world allow you to get into more troubles just because he's supplying you with. They just, and then him trying to justify it, they fucked my girl. It's like, bro, wait, hold on.
Madness,
You was running
More
around
madness.
and doing all kind of wicked. Like, they're both to blame. They both they deserve what they got, man.
They got that saying, man, don't hate the player, hate the game. No, you should hate both of them, man. Hate the player and the game, because it's all corrupt.
Yeah.
You don't breed nothing good out of that, and that's why 6ix9ine end up in situations like that.
Yeah.
You can't sit there complaining about something when you're doing some fuckery too, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And them other lot, man, can't complain what 6ix9ine did because
Yeah.
you all fucked up, man. You all corrupt. You deserve it.
And the funny thing is, you can see with a lot of people, they lack the ability to discern accountability. Because a lot of people are just like, yeah, man, I would do the same thing too. And I'm not talking about a snitch. Fuck the whole snitching culture. It's more of a thing where, no, that's not the reason you snitched. You said you was a gangster. You told people, test my gangster. Nigga, you snitched to the fucking police on your own guys. You were telling everyone to test. Like, it's like, it just shows you that morally this world is just fucked up, man. Everyone's on his side saying, yeah, man, it really don't mess me up that much. But I'm just thinking it's more the mindset of the people. It shows you the mindset of the masses of the people. Everyone ain't dead. Morality is at all-time low, basically, in this world.
Fake it.
Yeah.
Even though they say I keep it 100.
I got a quick one.
It's sad, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
basically, Esau's the winner in that situation.
That's it.
Because he's locked up more Jakes into the system. And he used Tekashi 6ix9ine to do so,
I was
man.
about to say, like,
can't.
basically the way Tekashi did what he did is like how you set up a kingpin or send an infiltrator into a camp, into a network to try and bring that network down. The drug lord or a warlord, whatever it is. That's basically what Tekashi 6ix9ine did, man. So you can see he was a plant from the beginning, really.
Man, I set out those Judases, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
See how there's Judas everywhere, every place, man. You know what I mean? Esau likes to get his talents into them.
Yep.
You know,
If a nigga
turn
like
them.
that, if I was on the roads and a nigga like that come around me, I would have looked at him and said, nigga,
Nah, you fucked up.
get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
This weirdo, like, nigga with this colourful hair, man. Just like, test my gangster.
Hit the road, Jack.
That's it.
I ain't fucking with you, man.
That's it.
You appreciate it?
So Sirach 10 and 2 as the judge of the because you said you was making a statement about get rich or die trying, as in you may said at whatever cost, and that made me think like, well, that's Esau, but these people are like as ye are of your father the devil, right? It's a Sirach 10 and 2 as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of the rule of the city is such all they that dwell therein.
And that's why he was such a fucking delinquent, man. Because Esau is a degenerate.
They're going to carry on, so I wouldn't
He's like a pig in a palace, bro, right now. That's all it is. He's a degenerate, though. But that vibration, he oozes that vibration. He pushes that vibration out there because he wants everybody under that spell. And also he likes to, what Esau likes to do, man, he likes to point fingers, man. He goes out, look at you.
Yeah.
Because he makes him feel better. Because he knows he's inferior.
Yep.
He knows he's inferior, man. But if you can bring Jake down,
Yep.
he gets off on that.
Vitamin D thing. The amount of niggas, this is crazy. Esau had the audacity to say that we're more susceptible to COVID-19 because we have a vitamin D deficiency due to the fact that we can't take in the sun as well as white people. So-called white.
They can't stand the sun. They can't stand the sun.
I didn't quite understand. I still don't understand what he's saying.
Say what? Because it doesn't make sense.
Because I thought you were gonna say, because it ain't sunny here.
No.
Some shit like that,
said,
That's what you said.
he basically said it like,
Trying to flip the coin.
like we have a vitamin D deficiency because we don't. Basically, he said like, because our melanin can block UV, like the light that they're more susceptible to. At the same time, we don't get the good from the sun, basically.
But don't they wear sunblock? Don't they have to wear sunblock?
That's even a thing I didn't even think about, because it's like, it's even to say, it's the first thing I thought is you don't even have no fucking melanin.
Yeah.
So, and what is
It
melanin?
doesn't have no protection from the UV.
You don't, and then even melanin, what does it do? It actually allows, it's a pigment that absorbs the rays of the sun to make vitamin D. So if anything, the more you have, the more it boosts your immune system. But then you had a lot of Jake. I was on comment boards of these different, Jake, Instagram thingies, and they're like, yeah, man, you need to buy your vitamin D. They falling for it. And I was thinking, like, wait, you lot got hoodwinked by, like, you don't even know that you're better off than he is, but he's trying to get one up on you. But and Jake just feed into it because they just think this man, whatever he says,
they're consumers.
I see you, bro.
Everyone's just consuming what Esau says. They're like with a funnel into their head. Yeah.
That's not the truth. Hey, that's the fact that we have color. Observational science being, hey, we're out in the forest right now. Why is it green? Why is it green? Because the plants have chlorophyll in them, right? And what does the chlorophyll do? It takes a rise of the rays of the sun and does a thing known as photosynthesis, where it converts the energy, the chlorophyll, the green inside the plants converts the sun rays. This is Esau's science that we get taught in primary school. Converts the sun rays into energy for the plants to live. Now we got fucking melanin that makes us. It's like, that's why I can't even. The amount of Jake I spoke to, relatives and people, and I had to just break that shit down to them. I just feel like you lot are not thinking, man. You're not thinking.
We're made from the substance of the ground, the elements of the earth. So the same thing how the plants grow is the same way how we grow, man. We need the light, man. Look, why would the Superman when he gets fucked up in a fight and all that? What does he do? He runs to the sun. He goes to the sun. As soon as he hits that sunlight, he's on fire, man. Sunlight fucks up everyone. That's the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That's vitamin D. These devils don't get vitamin D. They get something.
They're Dracula, man.
Yeah.
I got something.
They get burned.
I got something.
They get skin cancer, man.
Melanoma.
And that's
melanoma. Melanoma, man. They get blots all over their skin. They get skin rashes. Come on, man. No, it's not hard to understand, but as once again, Jake is destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You niggas are so stupefied in your brain. Like this devil's
you eat anything, and I'm sure the elites are laughing at this shit. Because I would, if I was a devil and I told these people, and they eat, buy vitamin D. I was talking to one nigga, he's like, I got my vitamin D. I was like, bro.
Yeah, some pharmaceutical companies making dough off you, man.
It's going to be making you even worse. Then you start even believing it even more.
Just say the foolish believeth every word.
That's it.
But the wise looking well into his own way.
I should get this quickly, man. So I'm going to use this, man. It's 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 27 says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared." Okay, there's gonna come a time when all Esau's bullshit is gonna disappear, man.
Basically,
You know what I mean? When the Lord comes and establishes righteous order, man, there ain't gonna be no lies to hide behind. There ain't gonna be no bullshit Edomites on a comment board talking shit about, this, that, that, third about Jake. That ain't gonna happen. Okay, the truth is gonna be established and everyone is gonna know it. Okay, so we ain't gonna have these stupid conversations about, Jake trying to buy vitamin D and shit, because that's just retarded, man. You know what I mean? Esau out here doing all kinds of numbers. But he ain't even gonna be able to play the devil in that day.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna have opportunity to open his mouth. Okay, he gonna get put down. Okay, just like when he was locked up for 1,000 years, and the scriptures say, okay, when he was taken out of power, he had no voice. He's gonna go back to those days, man. Esau ain't got nothing to say. He's gonna be in the mine. He's gonna be too busy trying to eat the bugs in the mine or whatever, man. He's too preoccupied. That's what a good devil should do. You should be preoccupied. It's like useful for a change. Okay, but the truth is gonna flourish, man. Okay, and that's gonna make everything right.
That's right.
I
got a quick one, Ecclesiastes 10 and 13. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. And that's basically Esau Edom, man. He can come out with any bullshit because he's in power. He can push